Hey friends, happy spring. I'm here with a very special guest today. My friend Connor. Connor has some special news. He got baptized
Yeah, I got baptized last Sunday.
last Sunday. And so when you get baptized, that usually means something spiritual is going on. So I just want to give Connor some space to just tell his story and just hear what God's doing in his life in ways we could just be praying for him.
My story, I guess, for most of my life, I was atheist, I would say. My dad was atheist and my mom was raised Catholic. And she kind of, when she married my dad, I guess she kind of like fell away from her faith as well. And it's like I was just basically raised atheist and I didn't really think much of it all my life. I heard like, oh, Christians are bad, don't like do that, don't like go to Christians like they're bad people kind of thing. That's what my dad told me. And I came to college and I kind of was just like, all right, I'm just gonna go to college, whatever, get done in my 4 years. Didn't really think I'd like find any religious revival or anything like that. And so like, but the thing that happened is kind of crazy is so like the first few weeks of school, our RA messaged us and said, hey, we're all going to the Get Wrecked picnic, which is like an event going on over on campus. And so I went in the lobby because like he said he was meeting on the first floor and I thought that's where everyone was meeting as a group of people. And I was like, oh, well, they're probably going to the Get Wrecked picnic. That's probably what they're doing. And I started walking up these people and I just kind of talking to them or whatever. And it turns out like a lot of the people in that group were like Christian. And I think that was kind of God's way of like leading me to him. And I met like a bunch of friends that were, I feel like these last like few months I've really grown a lot in my faith through like friends and just like praying and through my trials that I've been through. And yeah, I eventually came to a point where I got baptized and then just like kind of confession like that I'm giving my life for Christ. So that's kind of my story. And my dad is like very angry that I've done this. Like he was very mad at me, like threatened to like cut me off almost kind of thing. But we're working through it, and I know like that God's grace will show through and like will soften his heart. And yeah, it's kind of my story.
What are ways that like we could be praying for you?
Just like help me continue like digging deeper and growing, like being able to like go do like Christian events. Like I'm going to Catalina. I haven't told my parents yet, but like just like to help like pray for my parents to like accept like that I'm going to like do these Christian things and just be like, all right, I'm fine with that. Like as long as you're paying for it, and just not be mad at me and just soften their hearts and like ultimately just pray like they eventually will see like that God is with them as well, and that they will like give their life to Christ eventually, like my family. And that's the one, like the big prayer, like a big prayer, and like it's something that like I really want for my parents. So
Cool.
yeah, just to soften like especially my dad's heart, just like soften his heart towards like Jesus, and just yeah.
Cool. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah.
All right.